Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? I hope we're having a good week so far. So today is Wednesday, the 21st of May 2014. It's my birthday today, so I'm turning 34 today. I've just been out with some friends for some food and a few drinks, and so it was just a quiet one. You know, I don't do big blowouts for my birthday anymore like I used to back in the day. So really quiet one today, so it was nice. Okay, so while I was out. Warner Brothers have now released the official title for the Man of Steel sequels featuring Batman and Wonder Woman, and I'm not happy about it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't know how else to describe it, but the film is now officially titled Batman vs Superman: Space Dawn of Justice. Really? Dawn of Justice? I mean, what happened to World's Finest, or even Trinity, or I don't know. Dawn of Justice sounds like some sort of crime police drama, or, you know, of a rookie cop, you know, rising up the ranks or becoming this well-known police officer because of some case that he's managed to crack or something like that. It's just, oh my god. I'm not at all fussed, although it does grate on me quite a bit, that Batman has got top billing. But if this is essentially a Man of Steel sequel, then yes, Superman should have his name before Batman. Or, at the very least, you could have titled it Man of Steel: Dawn of Justice. But even then, Dawn of Justice, I can understand the reason behind it, and it will be because of the fact that this movie is going to lead into the Justice League film, okay? But my worry is, Ben Affleck is playing Batman in his older years, so he's going to be in his 40s, so like early 40s. So how exactly is it a dawn of justice if Batman has already been fighting crime before Superman made himself known to the world? Let's say Batman's been fighting crime for about 10 years, okay, but then suddenly this alien comes out of the midst, and then it's like, okay, all of a sudden now I'm not happy that he's broken my satellite. He's destroyed pretty much half of well, he didn't, Superman didn't destroy it, but he allowed for Metropolis to get, you know, destroyed by an alien invasion. So is the Dawn of Justice referring to both Batman and Superman coming together, or is it that there will be a greater threat, that at first they don't agree with each other's methods, because even in the comic books that is how it happens, and then later on they decide to put their differences aside and work together for the greater good kind of thing, and then obviously that's when you get Justice League. And then the next question you have to ask is, well, how does Wonder Woman play into this role? How does the likes of Cyborg also play into it? And the characters that are going to be played by Holly Hunter, Callum Mulvey, and Tayo, yeah, I've completely forgotten her surname, but her from the Wolverine. You know, how are their characters also going to come into play? So, I mean, I'm happy that the film's being made. It's kicked off already this week. We've already had some on-set photos featuring Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, so they are already filming. It has started, so that's good. But Dawn of Justice, I mean, it sounds like a child came up with that title. And no offense to children, but seriously, yeah, someone in the marketing department really needs a slap in the face. So yeah, I mean, World's Finest or Trinity would have been great. I even had someone on Facebook earlier say to me, well, why should they call it World's Finest when that title's already been used in comic books? well, then you won't have them. So why do we have X-Men Days of Future Past? Why did we have a Superman the movie? Why did we have a Batman movie? Amazing Spider-Man. So you're essentially basically saying that they shouldn't call it World's Finest because the comic books already has that title. Yet they already have Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Avengers. Am I missing something here? So it's like, you can't say that just because they've used it in the comics they can't use it in the film. Well, yeah, they can. The rights belong to that studio, that company, so they're more than happy. If they wanted to use X-Men Days of Future Past, they can use it. If they want to use Justice League Tower of Babel, they can use that. If they want to use Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, they're more than welcome to use it because they own the rights. They own that property. So saying something like that, just like, nah, no, it doesn't even have a room for an argument, my dear boy. It's invalid, totally invalid. So sorry about that. But all in all, I don't want to get on my soapbox too much here because, yeah, I think I've reached a point of where now I just want the film to be made and I just want to see it, and then I also want to prepare for the Justice League as well. I really hope that the Justice League movie is called Justice League, no colon space something else, just keep it at Justice League because we already know who's going to be in it, you know, in some capacity, but don't give it any subtitles or of some kind. Just keep it as Justice League because it's exactly what they are. Okay, Marvel's did it with Avengers. I'm not saying that, you know, essentially you should copy off Marvel, but you know, Marvel did it with the Avengers. It's simply called the Avengers because that's what the movie was about. It was about them coming together as a group, fighting off a big alien invasion. Whilst at the beginning, yes, they didn't agree with each other. Iron Man fighting off with Thor then, you know, having a fight with Hulk, Captain America and Tony Stark going at it as well. All those sort of conflictions is the reason why they then became a team. Okay, now if we have something similar in Dawn of Justice, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that, but yeah, if we have something similar like that between Superman and Batman, and let's say Wonder Woman becomes the intermediary between those two, then decides to think, well, hold on, you're just being a bunch of boys, get over yourselves, put the testosterone away, there's some fucking issues out there that we got to deal with. You know, maybe that's what's going to happen, I don't know, but as I say, the title could have been better. It should have been at least World's Finest. And yes, as I say, not all that bothered that Batman's got top billing, because at the end of the day, this is what Warner's have been wanting since Nolan's finished his Batman trilogy, is that whilst Man of Steel has been a success, they then thought, right, let's get Batman back on the picture, because that's their biggest property. Batman is their biggest property, and it's no coincidence also that this year happens to be his 75th birthday as well. So it's what Warners have wanted for a long time. It's probably what they've always planned for, even when Nolan was doing his Bat trilogy films. You know, whilst Nolan said that, look, you want me to make these films, I'm going to do it on my terms. Okay, right, we'll let you do that. And then secretly behind his back, then they were going, right, okay, once he's done that, we've got this in place, okay, and then we're going to get this director, we're going to get that director, we're going to get this person in, we're going to get that. That's probably what they've been doing behind the scenes. We don't know, but that's possibly what's happened. And as I say, you know, Batman is essentially their biggest superhero property. He is the most popular comic book superhero at present. You know, and then you've got Superman and like Spider-Man and like X-Men, Wolverine, Iron Man as well. So yeah, Batman is pretty much at the forefront of superheroes right now, which is why Warners want him out there, back on the big screen, ASAP, because he brings in the money. I mean, all three of Nolan's films have amassed over $2.5 billion. Batman brings in the money, so that's what it's all about, unfortunately. So it doesn't matter what us fans think, it's what they will do, it's what they decide on, and that's it. So the Dawn of Justice, yikes. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because I think I've definitely ranted long enough. So I'm not, and you know, let your comments be known as usual. Everywhere else on the internet is voicing their opinions and whatnot. People are excited. Don't get me wrong. I am excited for the film. I am extremely excited for the film. I'm really happy that it's getting made. I'm happy that we're getting Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in all 3 movies. So that's my phone, by the way. You know, I'm really excited for it. But you could have come up with a much better and catchier title. But we'll see. Because non-geeks are going to call it Batman versus Superman, and then that's it. Or they're going to call it something Justice. I can see a Family Guy parody coming out now. You know, Batman versus Superman something Justice. You know, that's probably what they're going to call it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to leave it there and enjoy the rest of my birthday. And yeah, I'll just speak to you all soon. Thank you very much. Bye.